In this video, I'm going to show you how to find drop sizing clients in 6 simple, effective, and proven to work strategies. Let's go! Find just one client, you can actually get to 30, 40, 50K per year in net profit. There's a lot of ways to find clients on LinkedIn, but one of the best ways is actually to type in what you're looking for into the search bar and see some of the recent posts. So as you can see, this guy is actually looking for a freelance video editor. You need to have a LinkedIn account and you need to message this guy, and this has been posted 3 days ago, so it's likely that this guy still haven't found an editor. As you can see, people are actually submitting their portfolios and stuff like that. And guys, most of these people are probably, actual freelance editors. But for us, we're talking about drop sizing on this channel. There's a lot of these kind of posts on LinkedIn. And of course, look at, for example, this one, freelance video editor. So I'm looking for someone who is available now until June to work on sports campaigns. And here's the email as well. And in here, you can type in something else. For example, graphic designer, logo designer, and stuff like that. And you find these kind of posts, you can filter by date. So for example, past week, past 24 hours. Let's have a look if anybody has looked for something within the past 24 hours. We're looking for video editors to join a team or project, potentially future ones. Job title, video editor. As you can see, guys, there's literally thousands of these posts all around LinkedIn. Just modify these keywords. For example, video editor needed, video editor required, and stuff like that. Guys, honestly, this is one of the best ways to find drop sizing clients on LinkedIn. We're doing the exact same thing. Video editor needed, just type into Twitter. You need to have a Twitter account. If you don't have a Twitter account, you can't use the search function, I believe. They just prompt you to log in. Graphic designer needed, video editor needed. So this person needs both, actually. And the post is from today. I've never actually covered Twitter as an avenue to find drop sizing clients. So as you can see, people are also doing this. They're just typing in, their offering. Of course, you can actually DM on Twitter as well. So you can find specific people, specific companies, agencies, and you can just DM and offer your service. But you can also just submit a simple tweet. So as you can see, 20 people have bought a logo from this listing, and this is $50. Okay, it doesn't look like a lot, right? But if you times 50 times 20, that's $1,000, okay? And getting a client on eBay doesn't require absolutely any work, guys. All you do is you just submit your listing, okay? You show all of the specifications, like this guy is saying, unlimited logo revisions. Here's the thing, guys. We're going to be using Fiverr.com to actually drop service these logos. If we find a client on here, we can easily say unlimited revisions, because a lot of people on Fiverr.com are actually also offering unlimited revisions for logo designs. So here's the thing, guys. If we get revisions from this eBay listing, right, we're just gonna offload it to our Fiverr seller and just be like, make this revision, make this revision, make this revision, and until this is like 100% great for this client. And once the client is happy, he's just gonna leave the review. So I found another listing on ebay.com as well, where person is selling, again, for $50. He is making a custom logo. And as you can see, 18 logos has been sold. And this guy has got a lot more feedback. So imagine if you sold something at around $50 and there's 843 feedbacks, we're looking at a very tidy sum. And here's the thing, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's actually drop sizing. Maybe he's not even the end designer. So at $50, this isn't a high price, but as I showed you guys on Fiverr.com, if you scout around Fiverr, you can find a brilliant logo designer at $10 to $15 after all the fees, and perhaps even less. Some sellers are doing it at $5. After the fees, it's like $7, $8. So as you can see, if you can spend $8, right, and make $50 here, there's going to be a little bit of fees, right? But you're still going to make some money. And here's showing a few examples. Again, we're going to get these examples from Fiverr.com. Find a supplier on Fiverr.com or an alternative platform, maybe Upwork, Freelancer.com, and then just list all those logos on here. Then you can make this kind of an infographic. If you don't know how to make that, just order it as a gig on Fiverr and ask a graphic designer for $10 to make these kind of diagrams. He'll do it for you and you'll be able to upload it here. There is a little bit of work to actually set up an eBay account, get it verified, connect it to PayPal and stuff like that. But guys, this kind of gig is forever. You create it once, right? all you need to do is from time to time to relist this listing. I believe there's a little bit of work in relisting and maybe a tiny bit of fees to relist these kind of things, but it's a small price to pay if you can get, this kind of amount of orders after a year or two. Guys, here's the thing. A lot of the sellers on eBay.com, they're selling it for very, very cheap. So they're selling it at Fiverr prices, like, $10, $15, $20. But here's what you want to do. You don't want to actually list it at $10, $20. You want to list it at something like $50. Minimum $45, $50, because you want to have profit. It doesn't matter that someone else is selling it at $10, $15. It doesn't matter. I'm concerned about, making this as best as you can. So, attaching a lot of different logos, making very good title, making this presentation very, very nice, making the process description very nice, showing all the things like unlimited revisions, all the benefits. And that's why we guys are going to be charging a little bit more. And $50, I don't think it actually matters to people, whether it's $50 or it's $25. Most people, especially in Western countries like United States, UK, Australia, and stuff like that, they don't really care. Is the logo $50 or if the logo is $25? They care about getting a decent logo. That's why these two listings actually got sales. So you want to list it at a point where you're making a little bit of profit. But guys, eBay is quite competitive, so you cannot list it at like 200. You're not going to get any sales. I think 50 is kind of that psychological barrier where people kind of don't want to pay more than 50 on eBay. Business forums are a way to find clients, and business people have money. People who are starting companies. So here's the thing. This is a very, very good forum, ukbusinessforums.co.uk. Register on this website and you can start actually interacting with the members on this website. As you can see, someone is actually looking for company logo design suggestions. Any examples from work designers? So again, people want to see portfolio, and you guys are going to have portfolio from your supplier. You want to be looking at this section. I'm looking for a So we are going to be focusing on the main niches that I guys teach you, okay? And then all you do is just you leave a comment or you can create a post. So leave a comment and create a post, the two main ways. And of course, you guys don't want to spam every single comment section because, yeah, you're going to be banned. And then, guys, this is just one forum. What you want to do is if you want to find an alternative forum like that, full of business owners, entrepreneurs, and similar kind of people in the US, in Australia, in New Zealand, in Canada, and find all of these major forums in all of these countries. In the US, there's probably going to be hundreds of these forums because the country is just huge. And this is actually the main UK forum. And of course, in the UK, there's also going to be more business forums. So you want to be focusing on forums, which is to do with starting a business, which is to do with video editing, which is to do with graphic design and stuff like that. You want to find people who have money while looking to actually invest in graphic design, video editing, marketing, and stuff like that. And then create a lot of accounts on these forums and start interacting with people, start posting and start commenting, start sending them messages. You want to find a graphic design company somewhere in the United States. So it's a branding and graphic design agency. Can you imagine the salaries of people working in this agency? Because presumably they have full-time employees very close to Washington. So this, the salaries in this agency are probably huge. So here's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be contacting this company, right? Here's their email, or you can send them a message. And you're going to say, look, guys, I've noticed your website that you do web design, you do logo design, you do branding, you do social media, probably Google ads, Facebook ads. I'm a freelancer based in another country, wherever you're based, right? And just be like, be very upfront and say, I'm going to do work for you at a fraction of the cost of your full-time employees. Here's why we're contacting graphic design and branding and video editing agencies. Because they already have existing work. So the existing client flow, and they're based in the United States. They're charging a lot. A logo of this agency, I don't know, they don't show their prices. But I'm pretty sure that a logo of them is going to cost at least probably $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever. It's going to be a lot of money, guys. Because this agency is actually physically based in the United States. So, of course, their service is going to be very, very expensive. And they're in a pretty affluent area. And for us, which is really good, is that we're using a drop servicing business model, and we can design a logo for about 50 bucks, maybe 30 bucks. So very, very low cost, a very small price to pay for these guys. And they already have an existing supply of clients. And what we can tell them is, look, guys, what we can do is just offload us your work, offload us your excess work or work that costs you a lot of money or a lot of time. And we're going to be doing it for you guys at a much, much, much lower price. So we're kind of an outsourcing agency. But here's the thing, guys. They don't know that we don't have full-time employees, and we're just a person organizing the work in between them, in between this agency and a bunch of freelancers on Fiverr.com. And guys, what you need to say is just, you need to say that you have a small agency and, they just send you the files, you can make the edits and send it to them. What you need to do is you need to go to the main portals like Indeed.com and find these kind of gigs. Video editor, 70 to 90K a year. Part-time producer, YouTube Shorts, project-based, $37.50 an hour. Video producer, video editor, and stuff like that. So these people, most of the time, they're looking for a full-time position. But here's the thing, guys. For example, look at this. Remote in Los Angeles, project-based. Project-based means that you're just going to be working on one project, and that's it. Once the project is done, you stop working with them. So basically, they're just looking for a freelancer, and they're just calling it part-time producer. It's a very fancy title, but they're just looking for an actual freelancer. Again, we're not going to be saying that we're a freelancer. We're not going to be saying that we are an agency. We're not going to be saying that we're a drop servicer. All we're going to be saying is, give me the work, give me a sample of something, I'm going to edit it, I'm going to send it to you. And guys, at this kind of budget, what you can do, if you get a gig like that, at 70 to 90K a year, of course, you're going to have to pay taxes and stuff like that. But you can hire free video editors full-time from Philippines, from India, wherever. We're going to be working their butts off, making all the work for these kind of jobs. And I know people who found a job like this, we're actually drop servicing. Guys, this is crazy, right? Imagine that. And most of these kind of salaries are from literally 67,000 to 84,000, 54 to 69,000, 70 to 100,000. The keywords they need to be focusing on is contract, remote, freelance, and stuff like that. You need to find those companies and those people who are kind of interested in, somebody doing something freelance or on a remote basis or on a contract basis and stuff like that. Once you find people like that, don't hesitate to apply. Does not matter that you're drop servicing. Does not matter that you are not the one actually providing the work. Of course, the reply rate and the success rate of finding a client like that is not going to be very high. But if you find just one client, you can actually get to 30, 40, 50K per year in net profit, because you're going to be getting someone's yearly salary and you're going to hire like a couple of freelancers doing this work. Of course, you're going to have to communicate and you're going to have to communicate with your employer, right? Because, you're going to have to attend meetings probably and stuff like that over the internet to talk about what kind of things they need to do. And these guys are going to be demanding, because if they're hiring somebody almost on a full-time basis, they're going to want a lot of work done. So they're going to be sending you emails, they're going to be sending you tasks and stuff like that, and you're gonna have to work in a tightly knit team with your freelancers. Almost probably you're gonna hire them on a permanent basis. So you're gonna hire a freelancer and say, look, drop all your clients, I'm gonna pay you $600 a month or $700 a month, whatever, and you're gonna work for me full time. Like, you're not gonna have any kind of clients, you're just doing the work for me. But if you have this kind of budget, this is perfectly fine, and I've done that. At some point, I had some freelancers working for me full time. So they were not dealing with any kind of clients, just my work, And the more videos they could do for me, the more I would earn. Just to summarize, we're going through job portals looking for creative jobs like Google ads, Facebook ads, video editing, graphic design, stuff like that. And we're applying to freelance or remote position as if we're applying for a job, but we're going to be doing all this work remotely using drop servicing business model using freelancers. So thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, drop a like for the YouTube algo, subscribe to my channel, and watch this video next.